Hi everybody, this is Rhys Barber from Audiology Associates. Thank you very much for watching our top 10 earwax removals. These are my top 10 faves over the last few years. We've put them all together in a sort of countdown from 10 to 1. So this is number 6. So this is actually a compilation video. This is when we first started doing our compilations. We've got lots of dry skin, keratosis obturans, those kind of things in this video, which are my personal favorites to do. So I enjoy taking away the skin removals. I enjoy the eardrum peels, those kind of things. So you can see with this patient, they're really very blocked up. But look at this piece coming away now. This long strips of dry skin coming away from this canal wall. Got the crocodile forceps in here, just getting a good grip. Look at this coming away. You know, it's really classic. You get these long ribbons of skin. This is quite early stages in this kind of dry skin issues, because what would normally be happening is when you get these kind of problems here, if they stay in there for a long period of time, they start to dry, and then you get these kind of really hard skin blockages in the ear canal, which can become problematic if they're left in there for a long period of time, because they start to affect the ear canal walls. But this is actually coming away really nicely. So just trying to get a good grip on the edge of this here. You can see that plug just moving down the canal now. There we are. It's almost there. There you go. So you can just see that coming away, that sort of remnant. You always know when you get to the end of these skin plugs, because you tend to have this sort of much sort of wetter, mushier type appearance to the end. So you get this sort of long ribbon and this kind of mushy wax coming away. There you can see there's a little bit of wax here and here. So that center section is sitting right next door to the hammer bone. And then you've got the section up there to the top right corner as well. So we're going to pop the fine end on now. We're going to grab this section. It looks like there's a little bit of loose skin just above it. Let's see if that comes away with this section. There we go. So that's the central section gone. Let's see if we can get this top section as well. No. We're leaving that one behind, but looks like there must be a reason why I didn't take that piece away. So what we've got now, this is the second ear. Look at the wax, the skin, I'm sorry, in this side is really, really dry. You can see how that's starting to pull away there now. It's really hardened up, this section. That's great for crocodile forceps. Yeah, I thought they'd be coming into play. So there we are. There's the crocodile forceps. If we can get a good grip on this, if it's attached to the section behind, it may well bring that forwards and out. Yes, that's exactly what it's doing. Look at this coming away. That really thin, hard, dry piece of skin there. And we got one last piece sitting further back. We can see a couple of little, what looks like little tiny retraction pockets as well on top of the eardrum there. Let's grab this. This should jump towards the suction, I'd imagine, looking at this. There we are. Looks loose. Oh, no, it's not. It's actually still attached. There, look, to the top. Oh, that's a surprise. We can see it's still attached there to the top section. Let's pull it really gently forwards then to remove that piece there. So what happened with this piece of skin is it had, where the skin normally sort of migrates from the center of the eardrum outwards, and then it kind of reaches the canal wall. What happened with this piece of skin, as that migration had happened to the top, it had actually folded back down. So we end up with this really hardened up piece of dry skin that was actually physically attached to the top of the eardrum there. That looks a lot better now. Perfect. You can see all the blood vessels coming to the surface. So you can see what we removed here. Some quite big pieces. Look at the color difference though in that much drier wax to the right hand side. I keep saying wax. Drier skin to the right hand side compared to that skin on the left hand side. So this one now, this is another skin issue, but you can see there's a little blob of wax there at the bottom, a darker colored material. We've got a piece of skin to the left, a piece of skin to the right. So this is the standard size ulnar tube in here again. Trying to get a grip. It's nice and flat, so sometimes that's good for getting a grip. If it's a little bit softer on the edge, then the suction will bed into it and get a really good grip on there. And take this section from this bottom right side that's pulling into the canal. This is all one piece, I think, looking at this. It's not really budging that well. Let's get the crocodile forceps on here, see if we can get a good grip above and below. And as we pull this forwards, if it stays together, I think it's going to pull that section to the bottom right with it. Is it going to stay together is the question. There you go. So you can see it was almost a continuous pocket of skin that had gone around the outside edge of the canal, back down the other side, trapping this little bit of wax behind it here. The wax itself is quite dry, but we got a good grip there with a standard size ulnar tube. There we are. And there we go. We can see. Can you see the detachment from the eardrum here? Oh, yeah, I've put an arrow towards it. So the detachment there is where the skin should be migrating out, but it's left this kind of thin spiderwebby layer there. Now, don't forget the eardrum skin is really, really thin. It's only sort of 3 layers of skin thick. So what you've got there, you've got to be really careful with these pulls and things on the eardrum, especially that one because they look quite firmly attached. If you get a grip on that and pull it and it's still firmly attached, it's going to tear the eardrum and you're going to end up with a perforation, which is the last thing you want. So we would normally say to that person, look, let's follow you up in 6 months. Let's check you over again. And if there is any more of that skin debris in there, we'll remove that for you. Lots and lots of little skin ribbons in here by the looks of it. Let's get a good grip on that section. Let's pull this forwards. Just as we're pulling this, what we're doing is we're feeding the deeper. Oh, look at that coming away. That is. Do you see what I mean? About the end, it looks really kind of wet. So you know you've kind of got to the end of that skin ribbon when it starts to do that as it pulls away. And you can see where it was detached at the entrance to the canal here. So see how the skin normally migrates out and would break away at the entrance? You can see that there because you had this lift of dry skin just at the entrance to the canal. Look at this hiding around the corner though. It looks like they might be just pulled a little bit. Yeah, I thought there was a little bit more further in. So let's just grab that and take that away. You do have to kind of check this left-hand side as you're looking in here, and you've got the same. See, you've got the same issue. This is actually like the outer edge of the eardrum there at the bottom, but see how it's migrated out. So this is where a lot of these skin issues is a perfect top point to show you. A lot of these skin issues come away like that from the eardrum, and then end up coming into the canal. We did one probably a few months back now, where it kind of spirals out, and you could see the spiral formation. So this patient here now, we've got what looks like some cotton wool fibers and debris left in here as well. They've been trying to clear this off. It's always difficult to tell the difference sometimes between your kind of fungal infections, so your kind of spores, and your cotton wool fibers. It's just a bit too white. I think this is probably cotton wool fibers, but this is very much a skin blockage here. You can see as we pulled it, it's just starting to split these layers apart. See how it's wet? It's almost like a jelly-like material that's coming away. Difficult to get a good grip on. As we said before, when you're using the Jobson horn, sometimes it just pulls through in between these different skin layers. It's what's that? What do I see? Orbeez is it's like a little kind of ball thing you put in water and it swells up. This kind of skin has that texture, if that's helpful to anybody. It's just got this really funny texture. It's very squishy, but there is some substance to it. It's a really difficult one to remove. So we're still using the crocodile forceps here a minute. I'm trying to detach this from the canal wall. See how it's too wide really to get a good grip with the forceps, but then when we're trying to use the jobs and the horn on it, it's not really budging. So I'm trying to aim for this there. So I'm trying to aim to lift it, look, from the canal wall. And I've got a little gap here, which I'm going to aim for there. Lift it again, try and get behind it. Trying to hold on to this outer kind of ledge of skin. It's not quite coming out there yet. And it's just, you can see it's just splitting and ripping as we're taking this away. We're still unpicking these layers at the moment. What we have, the problem we have here is the back end of this skin is actually still attached to the canal wall. So I just need to try and, if I can take some of this center section away, which is what I'm trying to do here, it means we can pull the skin down into that space. It's really tough old stuff. I think probably looking back at this now, I can see what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to break this down. I would probably pop the standard size on the tube on here, let a little bit of the suction, the pressure of the suction hold on to this a little bit, and we may well be able to pull this out a little bit more effectively. Obviously with the crocodile forceps at the moment, it's just pulling through, it's ripping bits of this away. I like this video because it gives you some indication, and we talk about these kind of skin issues and them breaking away and coming away. But when you actually see it and you see the sort of thin, wispy skin coming away from the eardrum, it really kind of hits home that the sort of the cause of these kind of issues. Just trying, see how it's just shearing away. Oh my goodness, this is so frustrating to watch now. I'm sure I was equally frustrated doing it. It's almost like a pocket of skin here. I've hit a bit of olive oil on the outside. The skin itself looks really wet, so it looks like there's a lot of olive oil gone in here already. That skin underneath it, look how white the skin behind it looks. Wow. Yeah, it's really kind of lots of fluffy debris and stuff in there. I would say that's probably a bit of cotton wool looking at it now. Can we get a grip on that cotton wool substance right in the middle? Is it cotton wool? Yeah. It's too, the fibers are too white to be a fungal infection, I think, here. But you can see what's happened. They've jammed this cotton wool bud in here, and it's just interrupted the sort of the skin process. More likely where they were sort of cleaning the ears, it's just scratched or sort of really dried out that one particular section, and because it's left remnants behind, that's going to be constantly be drying the skin behind it, and then you're going to get these kind of bits all wrapping around it. So they were quite lucky they came through when they did, because if we'd left this unchecked, you can see the kind of problems it would have caused. My goodness me. Okay, so we're just getting to the sort of end of it now. We're just getting to the crux of it. Let's try taking, let's get rid of that so we can see behind it. I want to know what happens next now. Okay, so we're just trying to detach the outer edge here. You can see how wet that is. You can see the oil has got underneath it. Sorry, I'm leaning forward to be able to see. And we've just got this last section here. There we are. There's the suction tube. I think this is going to make a difference in here. If we can lift everything in. Oh, is it though? Is it really jammed? Oh my goodness me, that's really jammed in there, bless them. See how it's peeling away from the canal walls? I'm trying to get a good enough grip to suck. If you get a lot of the skin into the end of the suction tube, then what happens is you end up building a little bit of suction pressure, which is going to really hold onto it nice and tightly, and that then should pull this forwards and out. But what I'm managing to do at the moment is detach it from that canal wall just enough that we may be able to get the forceps behind far enough onto the jaws. I don't think that's far enough. Nah, I didn't think it was. It's just breaking away. If we can just get behind it It's that little bit further. And also, oh, it's really delicate to pull that away. There we are. Is that the grip we needed? Oh my goodness, it's so close. Ah, it's almost there. That's really starting to loose up. I can see that pulling away from the canal wall. There you go. There it is. Wow. That is one long piece of dead skin. Look at where it was all attached around the outside edge. We've got a little bit of dead skin there to the right hand side. Eardrum is looking a lot clearer now, though. We can actually see the drum there. So if we get hold of this top section, I think it's going to pull down the remainder. There we go. It's taken that kind of thick layer off the eardrum. Wow. That is a lot of that's come away. I remember why this was a good one now. My goodness me. You can see now just how much debris came out. There is so much in there. I think that was caused just by purely just by a cotton wool, over enthusiastic bit of cotton bud there, Q-tip. Let me just pop this back up. So I think where it's gone in, it's dried that deeper section of skin there. All the sort of drier skin is detached and wrapped around it, held in there. And then where they've been putting constant olive oil in, as we said in a couple of videos ago, it kind of softens the skin, but it doesn't get rid of it. So you end up with this kind of soft matted skin and cotton wool. But yeah, really good one to watch. Well, guys, if you did enjoy the video, then please like, and if you're not subscribed already, consider subscribing. We post new earwax removal videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 9 p.m. UK time. I'm off this week, which is why we're doing the top 10, but I'm back next week, and everything returns back to normal with new videos again. So as always, guys, take care.